Hello everyone, Uggsy here. Welcome back to No Creek Farms. We're on our way down to the fields down the back, 15 and 16. We've got some weeds down there which we need to deal with. So we'll go down and get them sprayed. That's our first task today. And once we've done that, we're going to go back and meet up with the worker. We're going to get them started on fertilizing field 14, the big field. And we're going to follow around and get that one planted. So it'll be good to get that field all done again. A little bit of an update or some news on the planter. We've gone and replaced the mod we have with the newly released JHHG Modding planter. It's exactly the same planter effectively. It's a 12 row 9 meter wide John Deere planter. So we've treated it as a replacement, not as a upgrade, just so that we're using the latest and greatest, and I'd like to give it a try. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting into the field with that. But anyhow, we're just going to get going with getting these weeds tackled. Doesn't look like the crop has germinated yet, so it's going to be pretty easy to see the difference between where the weeds are and where they're not once we've sprayed them. So I'll just crack into this, put it onto a bit of a time lapse, and I'll catch up with you once it's done. That little pass, that is all the weeds sprayed. So we'll get this folded up and head back up to the farm. It'll be time to hook the fertilizer spreader up and get the pickup with the trailer down with all the fertilizer and seed on it, and then get the planter down there as well. So we'll see you back down in the field soon. Alright, so here we are in field 14. Got the pickup there with all the supplies that we should need. Hopefully there's enough there. I'm just going to get the worker set up. We'll just do a run at each end for the headlands and then send them running up and down the field. So we'll get them fertilizing and we'll be back down once we've got this sorted out with the planter to get some more crop into the ground. Alright, so there we go, it's once around the field. We'll just get the fertilizer topped up here and then we'll go and get the worker going. We'll head over the other side of the field and they can work their way back this way because that's the side I'd like to start planting on once we are ready to go. We'll just shoot over there and let them go. Alright, there we go. They are off and fertilizing, so they should be able to make their way up and down. We might have to help them refill at some point. I don't think they'll get the whole way through without needing to, but I'm sure that we will have enough time to get back up and get the planter and back down here. So I'll see you up in the yard in a minute, and we'll have a quick look at this new / upgrade to the planter. Alright, so here we are, heading down to the field in the 8330, got the planter on the back. It's all full up with seed and fertilizer, and as you can see, visually it looks very similar to the previous one we had. Still just has the seed boxes. It can be configured to use liquid fertilizer instead of dry, but seeing I had the last one configured for the dry fert, I decided to keep it the same, just to fit within the whole replacing like for like. But yeah, I'll be excited to see how this goes down in the field with what the animations are like on the seed boxes and row units, and how it flexes on the terrain on this map, because it is a little bit uneven in some spots in this field. So we'll get down there and start planting. The other thing I've noticed, just quickly when we go through around a corner like that, is how much more stable this tractor is with a planter like this on the back than the previous one. So again, another plus for the tractor upgrade we made. For the next test for it is what it looks like when it's unfolding. So see what the animation's like. It's nice and smooth so far. The two ends lowering down into place with those rams in the centre, and they should slot across the end of the frame and lock into place. There we go. Alright, now I'm still undecided whether we're going to plant soybeans again in here or not. Just having a look at our options with this planter: corn, sunflower or soybeans. Sugar beet or cotton, which we won't be doing. So I think we will go with soybeans again. Means we're going to have a lot of beans to harvest, which isn't a problem. Here comes the fertilizer spreader. We'll get that turned on, get it lowered down, and start going with the planter. So here you go, you can see all the row units moving around individually, which is very nice to see. Nice little animation there for them to adjust and bounce across the terrain. So we'll crack on, get going with getting as much of this planted as we can, and see how it all goes. Alright, so I'm intrigued as to what's going to happen when we get to the other end to turn around, because as you can probably just see from the guidance steering, when I've tried to set an auto width on this, it hasn't given me a number. And I've tried to turn the show lines on, and they're not there either. So I'm not quite sure where we're going to be with guidance steering on this. Not sure whether there's a mod conflict or something which caused that to happen. It worked okay on the sprayer previously, so we'll get turned around down the end and see what happens. Most strange. Alright, and it is going to be problematic because normally the number there, the row, would have changed to 1 when we've moved across 1 planar width, and it hasn't changed at all. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. I have to do a little bit more investigation. Right, you'll be able to see just a bit of playing there. I've managed to get the lines back. I had to reset here the width and reset the offset there, and then I've manually set it, and it looks like the lines are about right. So we'll go back to hiding those and see how we go for carrying on planting. So just as the work is about to finish fertilizing, I've realized that by fertilizing first with the spreader and then trying to get fertilizer on with the planter is not functioning. Now I can only assume that's because the wet state of the ground in farm sim in the game engine won't allow me to have the two stages of fertilization done at the same time. So I guess that means we've kind of wasted our time doing that a little bit. The lesson learnt, we won't make that mistake again, but we'll just keep on going with the planting. It's interesting because it's applying the fertilizer, the planter is using it, but it is not changing the fertilization state in the game, so we'll look at what we do to resolve that.
The further we move on from all those yesterdays, happiness gets nearer. The light that we see closing in so fast ahead, it's hope, it's getting clearer. The more I think of all the tough times we survived, the more it makes me smile. If nothing's broken us, yeah, nothing ever will, 'cause dreams are hard to kill. And I know somewhere's a place where we can build our memories. Somewhere, just hold on tight, it'll be alright. Show me the way. us back, no matter what the cost. And I know somewhere's a place where we can build our memories. Somewhere, just hold on tight, it'll be alright. Show me the way, show me a way to somewhere. Show me the way, show me a way to somewhere. Show me the way, show me a way where we can build our memories. Show me the way, show me a way to somewhere. To somewhere.
Cold hand, frozen feet, raindrops falling on the street. I can't recall when I last saw the sun. Summer's just a memory, a faded piece of history. No one can remember all the fun. The late night barbecue, zipping on a gin and juice. Cruising down the road, no thought getting old. The girls are hot, but the beer is cold. Yeah, that's the way we roll. Bathing in the sun, on the beach having fun. Whoa, these lazy days are never done. I work hard every day, don't waste my time on yesterday. I never shy away from a good time. Coming on Friday night, I see my friends and feel alright. There ain't no stopping us from having fun. There ain't no cloud in sight, the future is looking bright. Cruising down the road, no thought of getting old. Girls are hot, but the beer is cold. Yeah, that's the way we roll. Bathing in the sun, on the beach having fun. Whoa, these lazy days are never done. Cruising down the road, no thought of getting old. Girls are hot, but the beer is cold. Yeah, that's the way we roll. Bathing in the sun, on the beach having fun. Whoa, these lazy days are never.
Alright, we're just on our last little bit of the field, finally. It's taken me a little bit longer than I thought it would actually. Almost put, well, we've put 1.6 hours of time into the planter. And of course, it's the first field it's planted, so not far off heading towards the 2 hour mark there to plant this field. But we're done now, or will be once we finish this last little piece, which will be nice. But yeah, it's going to feel a little like a nostalgic trip down time time-lapse lane there with that planting effort, going back to some more of my original content. Alright, there we go. So we'll get this turned off and folded up, and we'll get back up to the farm, get everything cleaned up and put away. Alright, there we go, it's everything nice and clean, or at least those two tractors at least that have been doing the work today. So we'll just put away. And obviously see there I've got the trailer backed in and out of the way. So I'll get those two put away, and just one more thing before we finish for the day is I'll just get in here and give the cows a clean. Now I was going to mix some food up for them and suddenly realised we need to get into the silage bags. So next episode we're going to have to look at getting that bagger, or extractor at least, to get the bags open and start getting some silage out of that. So that'll be something else to look forward to. We've also, looks like we've got all of that cleaned up. Put the broom back over the fence. We've also got a rather large pile of manure there. So that'll be another task for next time. Will be to get the spreader and the manure and either put it on the field just behind there or the one over the road. So another busy day tomorrow ahead. But I'm going to wrap things up there. So I hope you've all enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.